process of life. Because what we're doing basically in this situation of abuse, and I mean everything is, whatever people are feeling is valid, but we're actually going against ourselves in allowing somebody to hurt, make us feel hurt, and allowing someone to make us feel bitter, and allowing someone to make us feel angry through their actions.
Right.
But again, all of that, it's valid for people to feel those ways because we're human, and it's all about learning to understand where all of that's
I was actually thinking while you were sharing that maybe it has to do with that they're broken at a young age, like they're conditioned, programmed to view a certain way about themselves, and therefore it's okay for them to endure this pain or this beating, or even for an animal too. I mean, if the animal is good, it gets a reward. If it's bad, it's get beaten. And I think humans are kind of trained the same way at a young age, right? And even as we continue through, say, education, if your children are good, if they get good grades, then they're going to get a reward. But if they don't get good grades, then they're going to be, their Xbox will be taken away, for example. So it's the same thing, and it results in the kind of emotional and thought management that we find that we're having today, which becomes self-destructive in the long run.
It's programming. And I mean, that's one of the things on the pet site that I have. Like, I refuse to talk about training and programming. I mean, Max and I, my dog Max, we're puppy school dropouts because we didn't follow.
Sorry, I love that.
Because we didn't follow what they said we should do. I mean, and then I finally just said, forget it. You know, you're giving me too many rules here. I'm not into all these rules, and we moved on.
I see. So you have a hippie dog. No rules, man. They're not cool. I'm only a free spirit.
Well, you know what? I used to go in every day, and they'd say, okay, who does this? Who leaves their food on the floor? And I'd be the only one in the class who would put my hand up. Like, every day I'd put my hand up about something. Oh, no, you can't do that. And yeah, I can do that.
Well,
and I do that, and I have no issue with it. I don't know why you do.
They also seem to be enforcers of the choke chain and things like that, which...
Yeah, you really need to go, you need to go with what feels right. I mean, and I think we all know what feels right, but it's a matter of trusting ourselves. And the more emotion that we can clear, the more healing we can do of those abusive situations that we've been in, or then the more we're able to trust ourselves. Pure intent is a perspective where you have an understanding that people are acting, reacting, behaving based on their experiences, and as well you are reacting, behaving, acting based on that. And rather than coming from a place of judgment, you're coming from a place of understanding. And I've created something I call the Wise Manifesto, which is basically a guideline where you can look at the different beliefs that are set up in the manifesto that are coming from the place of pure intent, and you can evaluate whether or not you're coming from a place of pure intent. Something I call the pure intent umbrella. Being under the pure intent umbrella, if you're coming from a place of pure intent, then you're protected from the rain, basically. Whereas if you're not coming from a place of pure intent, then you're outside the umbrella in the rain, and that's normally when when we're finding we have the most challenges in life. It's based on the way we're perceiving things, meaning that you're not coming at things from a place of pure intent.
Oh, fantastic. That's super important to have right now. Again, that goes back to integrity and the motivation as to why we're doing something. Is it for self-growth, or is it for ego or self-gain?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Or is it for making the world a better place and being self-sufficient within the self on all levels? Emotional, mental, physical, and so forth. Considering everybody as well.